10 most dangerous gangs in the United States. What's up, guys? Hope you are doing well. In today's video, we are counting down our list of the top 10 most dangerous gangs in the United States. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 10. MS-13. The gang known as Mara Salvatrucha or MS-13 is recognized to have more than 10,000 members, and it's one of the most dangerous and violent gangs in the United States today. They are active in more than 40 cities around the United States and were founded in the Salvadoran immigrant community of Los Angeles in the 1980s. However, their illegal operations extend deep into the north, east, and southern states of the country. Number 9. Bario 18. The 18th Street Gang goes by other monikers like the Bario 18 or the M18, and it is a large youth gang in the United States. The FBI has been waging a major war on this gang since the 1990s in an attempt to root out their influence in all types of criminal acts. The Bario 18 gang considers the MS-13 to be its arch rival, and feuds between these two groups have resulted in many gang killings over the years. Number 8. Aryan Brotherhood. The Aryan Brotherhood organization is a gang that has a major regiment in the federal penitentiary system of the United States. The Brotherhood is also known as the Brand or AB and has been in operation since the 1960s. And while their births may have had central topics in common with Nazism, it has evolved into a real criminal monopoly. One strict rule for joining the gang is killing a black or Hispanic prisoner, and once you are in, you can never leave. Number 7. Mongols MC. The Mongols Motorcycle Club was formed in the 1970s in California. They are named after Genghis Khan's brutal Mongol kingdom and are believed to have more than 70 chapters scattered throughout the nation. They work in the distribution and transportation of drugs, money laundering, fraud, and armed attacks. Number 6. Chicago's Splinter Gangs. If you've been keeping up with the news, then you might know that the amount of gang violence in Chicago is flowing out of control. In the 1970s and 80s, gangs like the Gangster Disciples, the Hit Squad, and the Kill Award were in operation. But the Chicago PD did a major sweep and arrested different gang leaders. This has basically resulted in a more destructive system of unsupervised splinter gangs with limited territory and no laws of operation. Number 5. The Bloods. The Popular Bloods gang began in the 1960s in Angeles and ultimately stretched to different prisons in Texas in the 1980s. Ever since its origin, the Bloods gang has had an arch rival in the form of the Crips. The East Coast Bloods, started in New York City, has become a powerful criminal business in its own way. A judge in Manhattan convicted Omar Porty, who was one of the founders of the East Coast Bloods, for living 50 years in jail. In that session, prosecutors proved that the East Coast Bloods gang was the largest violent street gang in New York City. Number 4. The Mexican Mafia. The Mexican Mafia is a gang that has wide roots in the penitentiary system of America. It draws its origins back to the 1950s, and back then it was mainly centered in the California Department of Corrections. Before members can join the gang, they have to pass loyalty tests, which include cruel and illegal acts like beatings, thefts, along with murder. The MM is also known to uphold a strong code of intra-gang principles. Number 3. Rollin 60 Crips. The Rollin 60 Neighborhood Crips is one of the major gangs operating in Los Angeles. This gang is a splinter group of the popular West Side Crips, and their appearance goes back to the late 1970s. They have also been recognized to get into fights with rival gangs like Included Family Gangster Bloods and the Neighborhood Purist. Number 2. Bario Azteca. Bario Azteca, or Los Azteca, is a violent street gang with thousands of members, operating out of the southern states of New Mexico and Texas, and even in East Coast states like Massachusetts and Pennsylvania. The reason this gang is so dangerous is that they are affiliated with the ruthless Juarez drug cartel in Mexico. This cartel has a militant arm called La Linea, and this subcollective frequently hires gangsters from Bario Azteca to do their work. Number 1. Trinitarios. Trinitarios is a gang that was created in New York City. The group includes Dominican immigrants, and it officially became active in 1989. The gang is considered as one of the fastest-growing gangs in the country. It is also considered to be extremely violent, as in 2012, dozens of members of the Bronx chapter were lined up for their involvement in 9 killings and 24 attempted killings. They are also active in drug trafficking, working in marijuana, crack cocaine, powder cocaine, and oxycodone. With that being said, it's time to end our video. Thanks for watching.